Oh my God.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to a special edition of ELLAAA.
Yeah.
She's a little behind.
Sorry.
She's watching it on Facebook Live. We just went live. We're recording this
Sorry.
also. So let's see here if we get anybody on during our 4th of July holiday. Did it go live? I don't see it on my phone.
I do. I see it. Hold on just a second.
Okay, I see it.
Oh, hello.
I see it
Hello,
now.
everybody.
Hey, how's it
YouTube land.
going?
Are you on YouTube? Yeah, YouTube and Facebook Live. And Facebook Live. Hi.
Hey, Letty.
America.
Happy 4th.
America on the tip.
America.
Oh, can they hear me? Yeah. Oh, okay. But I
I
have
can't hear
like
you.
you can't hear them.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
okay,
can't
well,
hear.
America.
She
Now I
can't
gotta
hear
go now.
me.
Yeah.
That's why.
She can't hear you. Yeah, I can. Sorry. Bye.
All right, so we're live. So where are you, Cindy? What's going on? What are you guys doing for the 4th?
I am in Bowie, Texas. It's like, I don't know, like northwest-ish of, it's like going towards Wichita Falls from DFW, if anybody knows where that's at. My parents have a property out here, and so we're gonna pop some fireworks because it's legal. And also, they only have 18 cases of positive COVID-19. So we get to gather, more than 10.
You get to bring it to them. Just kidding.
Yeah, we're bringing it from Fort Worth. Well, we just stay in our little area, but the governor had said that if you're in a county that has more than 20 cases, you can't gather more than 10 people in one location. So we don't have more than 10 people, but if we wanted to, we could, because Bowie only has 18 cases.
So we joked about that here in New Mexico. They were saying that you can have you can have a protest with up to 100 people. So like we were joking that if the cops showed up, we would all just have our signs like we're protesting something because we're under 100.
Oh, hey, what do you think? Speaking of, what do you think about California banning like worship, people getting together to sing worship songs, but they haven't banned protesting?
Yeah,
because of COVID. What do you think about that?
So I think that the protesting is not that, it's not the same as gathering to do prayer and worship. I don't know. It's so hard when I have to think about that.
Because at the places of worship, like at the church, the churches that I've seen, because Gateway hasn't, they haven't opened or whatever, but all like other churches have, and I've seen where every family is spaced out, so they are adhering to the social distancing, rules and all of that, and they wear their masks inside the building. Yeah. But the governor has said you can't get together to worship. But or I don't know who the governor is, but anyways, the governor is okay with protesting, which it's a bigger crowd and you're closer together, and some of them, they take their masks off to yell or to chant and stuff like that.
Totally get
kind of fucked up.
I totally get that, but I mean, you're not trying to change anything. You know what I mean? Like going to church, you're also not going to get freaking harassed by the police either at church. So it's a little different. I don't know.
No, I'm saying the governor said that COVID-19 cases.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
So he's saying that there's a higher chance of you spreading the disease by singing, for coming together and singing in church. Mm-hmm. But he didn't say that for I'm not talking about the platform or anything like that. Right. I'm saying medically speaking, scientifically speaking, I feel like.
Well, if that's the case, then everybody just needs to lock themselves up and don't come out. Like at this point, it doesn't matter what you're doing, protesting, going to church, going to the grocery store, going to the park, going for a walk. We're in a pandemic, so there should be no.
Valerie missed the question. So Valerie, what we were talking about is in California, the governor is okay with protesting, but has said that we can't come together and worship because we are at a bigger risk of spreading the disease or the virus. And so I'm saying that like that's not fair
I
because
guess
if we're talking about medical, I mean, you're still together.
no, absolutely. I guess I was talking about the risk factor because not
Right.
like in the church, you're going to have older folks, right, that are a little bit more at higher risk. Where in protesting, you have a lot of more younger folks. But either way, you're going to spread it. So it doesn't matter. What I'm saying at the end of the day is the risk that you're taking to go and do something. The people that are doing the protest, I think for the most part, they know the risks that they're taking, but they want to make a change. The church thing is completely different. You're going to worship and come together with others that want to worship together, right? I guess it's kind of tough, but I think from
Well,
a risk factor,
if you're a believer, I feel like going to the church to pray that is making a difference. I mean, if that, because
yeah,
I believe in prayer. You believe in prayer. So I
true.
think that coming together and praying for the same cause, I think that I don't know.
Yeah, I
I just
get
think
it.
it's I agree with the people that are upset about that ban in California because
Right.
I don't think it's fair.
But this is the point that I'm getting at is I think it's two different circumstances. I get the right behind it. So why not do something where they do an outdoor church and people can pray and worship social distancing safely in an outdoor setting, kind of like Kanye is trying to do, right, with his outdoor church.
Yeah, maybe
Because we're
something.
doing protesting outside, right? But if you were to
Yeah.
put all those protesters into
So you think maybe that's the thing is
a
like it's
compromise,
outside
maybe.
versus inside?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, because
maybe.
both things are equally important, right? If you want to pray
I think
and
so.
get together, absolutely. And you're also protesting to make a positive change and difference. And so prayer and protest could be
Hey,
the
so
same.
also another question, and I know that it's gonna, I don't know, upset probably some people because it upset my sister whenever I asked because she's a nurse. But I know that there's more cases, positive cases, like there's a surge, especially here in Texas. Like
Oh, it's
I get it,
everywhere now, even New Mexico.
but like has the death rate gone up? Because I don't see that the death rate has gone up as high as the positive cases are.
Not here in New Mexico, but I know in California and in Texas and Florida, it's getting to the point where these hospitals are almost at full capacity. So whether they're dying or not, it's still bogging up flooding up the medical um, infrastructure. I don't know how else to explain it, but like if you asked your sister,
Mm-hmm.
it's not about the deaths. It's about can we handle these people that are going to flood in
Mm-hmm.
to the hospitals and the emergency rooms, and
Yeah.
then the ventilators, and then the PPE, whatever they call it, like the protective stuff. That's what they're worried about. And then you see the
Mm.
repeat in Arizona with people running to go get toilet paper again. And so those are all the
I
things.
know.
So what I'm saying is
So
it may not just be the deaths, but it's still a lot of issues that come out of it. You know what I mean? And then, those people that are higher risk don't get the attention they need because you have all these other people in the hospital. So maybe not die,
yeah.
they'll recover, but there's a few here and there, and every life is important,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's one or thousands.
Yeah. Okay. So have you heard about that YouTube star? I forgot her name, but she documented her entire adoption process. She adopted a little boy from, I think it was China,
Okay,
or
I
she
did.
adopted a little boy from a different country. And she was on YouTube and she documented her entire, process and all of that, right? And then like I guess a few months. I don't know how long. Obviously, I don't know the specifics of the story, but bottom line is the little boy is on the higher end spectrum of autism, so he's got issues.
Mhm.
And she came out with a statement saying that she rehomed him because she
Oh,
wasn't
I heard
able,
about this. That's so bad. Like a freaking dog. That's so
like a dog.
And even when it comes to dogs, you shouldn't do that either. I mean, you should try and stick it out. Like that whole thing with Dorit pissed me off.
Oh yeah,
Because you don't take a
yeah.
dog and yeah, they have sharp nails. They're puppies and they're dogs. So like if your kid's gonna play with a dog, I know I'm getting completely off track, but I heard about.
No, but it did put me, in that space of like, well, I know that people are very, very close to their fur babies, like present company
Absolutely.
included.
Right.
And so I always thought about, I mean, I did rehome 2 of my dogs, and I felt very guilty about it, like
Yeah.
I felt very, very guilty about it. But like, then you take it to like a human level. So you bring this child who came from who knows what kind of circumstances,
They have
and
no
then
choice in it at all. They're being
yeah,
brought
and
over
then
here.
and so then now like you put them in a situation where they have siblings and they have this family environment, and then you just can't take it anymore, so then you just quit.
Yeah, it's kind of messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that I hope that humans have come a long way with
This just
their fur
happened.
babies, and with what's that?
Oh, I'm saying that this just happened like a couple months ago or whatever it was.
No, I know there's still going to be those people that
Yeah.
do bad things, but I'm saying as a whole, I've noticed from when I was younger to now, like a little kid younger, I remember dogs being less important than they are now. Oh yes,
Shirt.
I'm wearing 41.
Nowitzki.
Yep.
How do you pronounce his last name?
Isn't it Novinsky?
Nowitzki.
Novinsky.
Nowitzki.
I used to call him.
Thanks, Val.
I just said Dirky Poo.
Oh, hi.
I don't know, because he was Dirky Poo to me back then when I used to go to the games. Anyway, so getting off subject, but
what else have you had? What other, like, okay, did you, I know that you're a big opera fan, and you also what is orchestra, right?
I like theater arts, yeah.
Okay.
Plays, musicals, all that.
So what do you think about Hamilton? Did you watch it on Disney Plus or no?
No, John and I just talked about that last night. We're gonna watch it. So I will be watching it probably here in the next day or two. I can't talk about it yet, but we will.
Good.
Why don't we talk about it? Why don't I watch it in our next episode? We'll talk about it.
Okay, it was so good.
And everybody, if you haven't watched it, watch Hamilton, and then we can all talk Facebook Live. You can ask questions or give us your thoughts and opinions on Hamilton.
Oh my God, it was so good. Okay, what else?
Well,
okay, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, so are you guys, I know we're kind of getting off subject, but are you guys popping fireworks at all? You said it's legal out there, right?
Sure are. Yes.
Okay, so
because we're outside of the city limits.
Okay. Because here we're kind of technically outside of the Albuquerque city limits, so
No, but you're in a subdivision. Like you have neighbors.
Yeah. So I have neighbors.
My closest, like we have 20 acres to ourselves, and the house is right by the road, but our nearest neighbor is probably like a quarter of a mile away.
Okay,
like
yeah. So they have rules for us here. We can pop the fireworks as long as they don't go more than 10 feet up in the air. And they don't sound louder than a cap gun.
Oh, wow. No, I don't know, like Letty was the only one that brought fireworks so far. We're asking somebody else to bring some more. Bluebell ice cream.
Well, that's what I always thought. But this is like the very first rosé that I fell in love with. I know my uncle Luis is watching. Hi, Theo Luis. So I just got a case of this. This is the very first rosé that Quigley Fine Wine sent me.
Did you like that that TikTok video that I sent you where it was like before quarantine and like, hey babe, I brought you a bottle of wine, you know?
I know. Yes, I love that. You just bought one?
And then post quarantine, yeah. It was funny.
Yeah, no, that's cute. No, I was saved by America.
Hey, Margarita.
Oh, that's my Aunt Margarita. My Aunt Margie. Hi, Auntie.
Okay, so I started watching, because we were talking about watching stuff. I started watching on Netflix Unsolved Mysteries or Unsolved Murders. Have you seen that?
Unsolved Mysteries. So it's an old show that they're reviving, right, on Netflix. I haven't watched the Netflix version, but when I was younger, I used to get scared of that show.
No, this isn't the same.
Oh.
It like because episode one was about this Puerto Rican guy who turned up dead, and they still don't know what happened to him. Is that what you used to watch or no?
Yeah, something like that. And they have like unsolved mysteries of who killed them, and then nobody ever got caught. And then like sometimes 20
Yeah.
years later they find the DNA and they start doing
Oh,
back.
oh,
Yeah.
oh. Okay. Did you? Okay, because I love murder mysteries and stuff. Did you follow the Golden Gate Killer or the original not Night Stalker, the
No,
East Area Rapist?
I watched the Ted Bundy special.
Okay,
And then I
so
also watched the one where the guy killed his wife and his daughters in Colorado.
oh yeah, uh,
I forgot his name. And
Gein, Ed Gein,
yeah.
I think, right?
So that doesn't sound familiar. It was this younger dude, and he was pretending like he didn't know that his wife left him, but he basically killed them all. And then,
But they lived all in the mountain. I thought it was Ed Gein.
no, this was like the suburbs.
Okay.
Anyway.
So let me tell you, the East Area Rapist, original Night Stalk, original Night Stalker. Anyways, in the late 70s, early 80s, this guy would go around to new developments. Like, so suburbs were popping up in California, in Southern California, like Sacramento area. And, you know, he would go in like silently, he would break in and then he would tie up his victims. Like the men, he would tie them up, put them on the floor, put plates on them and tell them, if you move, the plates are going to make a noise and I will kill you. And then he would rape the women over and over again. But like in between rapes, he would go and like eat food and stuff like that. And he ended up like leaving some DNA, some blood at some point. And they said that his blood was a certain type of blood that was very, very rare.
So it was easy to
And then
pin it to him.
no, because that back in the day it wasn't, you know, like they didn't do DNA and stuff
Oh,
like that,
yeah.
you know. So but everybody said that he had an extremely small penis. So anyways, they caught him in 2018. I don't know how I missed this, but they fucking caught him. And then last week they convicted him. They sentenced him to two life sentences. He's like this really old, frail, 70-something-year-old man. He raped over like 55 women or something like that. It was crazy. And I think he killed a couple of them.
Cindy, if you think that's crazy, look
Yeah,
at stuff online with the Epstein stuff.
Oh, I know. Did you see that they captured the girlfriend? How do you pronounce her name? Gian? Wait, Gian? Did you see? Did you see that they captured her and that she is already going to like say, like mention names and everything? She's going to talk about.
Well, so is our president's niece or something. She's coming out too. I think her name is Mary Trump or something like that.
Well, I don't know, but I mean, what's his name? Prince Andrew. He's in fucking trouble. The Clintons are in trouble.
The Clinton, yeah, because Bill would go to that island too.
He went to the island like 50-something times.
Yep, it's crazy. You got to watch all that.
I watched it. I hope that they have her in some kind of like super mega protective custody. And I really love all of the memes that are coming out. The ones that are like, I'm going to say right now, she did not commit suicide. She didn't kill herself.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It's scary. It's scary.
No, I know, but that's more like, I do think that that's more scary because that's on the Harvey Weinstein level. That's on the level of, have you been keeping up with the Vanessa Guillen thing? The girl that was in the army and she reported her assailant.
Johnny just told me about that yesterday. I haven't. Mm-hmm. So I've honestly.
They found her chopped up into pieces.
I've taken a break from the news, and it feels good, but I also feel like I'm missing out because I don't hear a lot of these stories because I'm trying to stay away from it because. The last week or so, I've been on a higher level of stress and like my anxiety, and it's getting to the point where I'm getting angry for no reason.
Yeah,
like people are pissing me off for no reason. Even if I'm just saying, it's just like
I'm just saying that the Epstein thing is more of like what is still happening and accepted in today's world, just like the army assaults or the military assaults that are obviously happening. The Harvey Weinstein thing, the Bill Cosby thing, like I feel like that's on a separate category from a
Yeah.
fucking serial killer who is out there just like targeting women, raping them, killing them, whatever. Like
Yeah.
that's a whole, I feel like they're separate,
So
one isn't worse than another, but I do feel like they're separate.
So how about people focus on the fact that the army let this happen? She
Right.
freaking complained
Right. That's why
and
she
reported
died.
this person.
That's why she was killed.
But I think people are starting to try and turn it, and I know that this is what they want, but they're going to try and turn it against Black people and Hispanic people, Latin people and the Black community against each other.
Because it was a black guy that killed her.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I've already started hearing rumbles about, see,
I
so
have
do
too.
now all lives matter? Like they're starting to, and this is the way they're going to turn us against each other because we're not as strong together. So, or I said that wrong. We're not as strong separate. So like this is their way to divide us and
Well,
point out
so
when it
so
should
I
be the fact that the system that is built for to keep people safe is fucked up. Regardless of your race, like or gender, you should be safe being in the freaking army. Come on.
so I asked Santos about that because I was like, did that happen? And he's like, no, but there were girls that they called mattresses because they were always willing. And I was like, yeah, but were they sober every time? And he's like,
Yeah.
like there's a fine line. I
Yep.
get it. You're gonna get drunk and make stupid decisions, but like at one point, should you maybe reconsider having sex with a completely blacked out woman? I mean, is that even
Yeah.
any fun? Is that
How
even
is
any
that
fun?
even fun?
Right. That's my
At
point.
that point, if you just want a hole, then fucking go buy a doll.
Ooh, go
I
visit
know
a
that's
glory hole. So yeah.
my horror friend Cindy knows all about that. No,
Murder.
where was it in that movie? There's something. What?
The
Not
sweetest
the
thing.
sweetest thing. My
Mhm.
horror friend unlike my horror friend Courtney, I don't spend a lot of time at the men's
At
restroom.
the glory
Don't
hole.
stop.
So what are y'all gonna do today? Are y'all aren't popping fireworks?
Let me show you what me and John bought. Or John and I.
Are we gonna get a visual?
Yeah!
Oh wow.
Just kidding. It's small if you think about it.
That's what she said.
I've seen bigger.
That's what she said.
Anyways, we're gonna pop these with our nieces and nephews. There's a lot of small stuff in here that you can do that's legal, like smoke bombs because they don't go anywhere. These little golden flower instead of
Do you have
golden
any
flower.
sparklers? Letty bought a bunch of sparklers.
Yeah, sparklers. We got cuckoo. We got desert fever. Emits showers of sparks. So basically just sparks up. It doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
So these are a lot
That's
of the
cool.
ones that just stay on the ground. Yeah.
Are you so you're hosting people, like your family's
Just my
coming
nieces
over?
and nephews and John's
Their
sisters
parents.
are coming over with their spouses, and then my in-laws basically.
So yes, the answer to the question is yes.
So yeah, just a few people, you know,
Just
not a
few.
lot.
I know.
Less
Your
than
hair looks
100. We're
good.
protesting.
Your hair looks good, girl.
Thank you. Shout out to my sister Linda for doing my hair again today. So she actually lightened it. We went up to a level 9, 10, and then she put violet something. What did I tell you earlier? Blue
I
violet.
don't know.
Violet blue. Anyways, I don't know, but it came out cute. She did John's hair too. John did a silver streak in his hair. I know.
That's kind of hot. I like that.
They're on her Instagram. It looks
Okay.
cute on him.
So I don't know if I told you, but we got an obstacle course bounce house. So like, it's like this huge slide. Oh my God, look at my fat arms. Okay. So it's like this huge slide. And then you do like an obstacle course. It's got like things and you gotta,
Yeah.
and then you have to like walk up and then go down the slide, and it's like a water slide or whatever. And oh my God, those little steps are just these little ropes, and they hurt so bad to go up there. I think it's just because like I'm so heavy, because Samuel fucking flies up there and so does Mia. Charlotte didn't want to do it. But anyways, it was fun to like go down. And then my sister brought this huge pool that they're trying to get together like to inflate and stuff like that. It's like a I mean, it's a pretty nice size pool or whatever. And she brought this huge freaking, she brought this like inflatable, like float thing where she's just gonna chill. And I'm like, you're gonna take up the whole fucking pool? Like, I thought this was for the kids. And then we got like burgers and hot dogs, but my dad wanted like meat, and I'm like, well, I have spent $500 at Costco getting all this shit.
I know my
enough.
father-in-law's the same way. Like, I'll buy all these hamburgers and hot dogs, and it's not cheap to buy for the whole family, right? But then he like wants carne, so he'll always bring me like something else on the side. Jeez. And then I have all these leftovers. But my in-laws know how to cook. But the thing is, nobody wants them to cook because they're in their 70s, so we don't want them to batallar, right? So we're like,
yeah, but they like to do it,
and they still bring,
right?
You know, that's just how that's the Mexicano way.
That is how it is. I had to drink some coffee earlier because my head was hurting so bad.
So let me tell you. I saw something very interesting on, it was on The Daily Show with Trevor Noah. I don't know if anybody watches Comedy Central. But so now that this is the new norm, right? Even interviews like on The Tonight Show and Saturday Night Live, we're doing stuff like on Zoom like this, right? Have you noticed that none of us look at the camera because we're used to looking at each other? Yeah. But like, if you look at these shows that are getting used to this new way of recording their episodes, they all stare at the camera directly, even though, because they want you to feel like when you're watching the show on TV, they want you to feel like you're looking at each other when you're interviewing each other. So basically, like you and I, when we're talking, we should be talking at the camera. We should be looking at the camera. So that it looks like we're looking at each other. Isn't that weird? Yeah. Does it look weird when I'm talking to you through the camera? As opposed to
it looks like you're looking at me.
Yeah, like isn't that weird? Maybe we should try a whole episode and keep reminding each other to look at the camera instead of at the.
I don't want to. I don't want to because I need to see how fat I look, and then.
Oh my god, that's the point. You're not to look at yourself, to look at the other person in the eyes.
Don't tell me what to do.
But you won't know that I'm looking in your eyes because you'll be looking at the camera too.
Hey, is this going to be your outfit for the rest of the day, or are you going to change? Like, what are you going to do?
This is what I'm wearing.
Your outfit?
This is what I'm wearing, some shorts, and this, just because we're going to get wet. Shorts and a jersey, because we're going to get wet, the nieces and nephews. I bought water guns and all that stuff last time they came over, and so we're going to reuse them. And my brother-in-law is bringing a movie projector over. So we're going to project on the side of the house outside. And
my God. Let me tell you, your camera on your phone is amazing. Those pictures of the nighttime at your backyard, and then the one today of the hot air balloon,
it was so
good. The I loved it. It was so good.
This phone is awesome. It's the Samsung S20 Ultra.
Wow. I like it.
I heard that the next iPhone's going to have the same features that this phone has.
Oh, okay.
So don't worry, Apple iPhone users.
Yeah, I'm going to get
yours too soon.
Good.
It has a really good night mode and a zoom. It zooms up to 100%.
Are you guys going to take any trips this summer? Anywhere?
No, I don't think so. We were supposed to go to San Francisco in September for John's work, and I was just going to go the whole week with him. But I think at this point, John and I, and maybe I should ask you offline. Oh, that was so work.
Oh, so Bank of America.
No, we still say that. We still say that. It's an industry thing. But I may have to pick your brain offline about, John and I want to buy a cabin somewhere or a house somewhere out secluded where we can be off the grid if we want to go vacation, but not be around a lot of people. And we would just take our own supplies and just kind of, so it feels like a getaway, but we're still being safe about things and not having to go out. But I want a place that's going to have a hot tub. It's going to have a pretty view. It's going to have
Wi-Fi. Do you want to stay in New Mexico? Because a lot of my friends have been going to Broken Bow, Oklahoma, and they have these huge cabins, and they've got like a hot tub. Okay, I've never been there, but I've.
So we went, my mom, my uncle Luis, actually Luis went with us. Yeah. And my cousin Josh and his wife Rocio, we all went up there a couple years back. It was so much fun. I loved it. Really? But like, I think for us, for John and I, because we're probably not going to go anywhere anytime soon, I think northern New Mexico, like
What about Colorado?
Southern Colorado, but it's expensive, Cindy. I started looking at places in Durango.
How much did you pay for your backyard, ma'am?
Okay, first of all, that's nothing. These fucking vacation homes are more expensive than my primary home.
Oh, you want to buy a secondary home?
Yes, I want to buy it and then
Oh,
Airbnb it out when I'm not using it.
oh, that's a good
That's
idea.
why I said offline, we need to talk.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So you can give
So
me advice.
did I tell you that I want to get my floors done? I want to get real hardwood floors, and I want to get the white oak stain.
You
Speaking of
didn't
like
because the last time we talked, you were trying to sell your house.
okay, so okay, I want to redo it. And do you know how much it's going to cost? It's 2,100 square feet,
It's
real
expensive.
hardwood floors with demo. How much you think?
At least 20 to 30.
$24,000, and I'm getting a hookup.
I'm good.
But isn't it so worth it though? Those hardwood floors
Oh,
are going
hell
to
yeah.
outlive me, right?
Yeah, but
So I
here's the
finally
thing.
convinced Santos to do it yesterday. He said that the only way he'll let me do the floors is if he can buy whatever dog he wants, and he wants a fucking boxer. And
Oh, they're babies. Oh, you're going to hate it, but he's going to love it. You're going to
he
hate it
had
because
one.
boxers are babies forever. They're forever puppies, basically.
They're super hyper, and
And
I know
forever puppies, but they're so
his
cute that you
favorite
can't get
dog
mad at them.
Ralph was a boxer, and so he has been wanting a boxer forever. So I was like, fine, whatever gets me my new fucking floors. But we're gonna do everything, like the kitchen,
You're going to do
like
everything.
every single
The
thing, the
entire,
stairs, all the bedrooms, just the bathrooms are gonna stay tile.
that's
But
old school, Cindy.
upstairs, everything.
So
No, it's
let me
not.
ask you
Not in
this.
Texas. In Texas, hardwood floors has a really great
No, no, no,
resale
no. I meant
value.
it in a good way, not a bad way. Like, I love that. Like, going to a house.
I wanted to do the ceramic tile like you have the wood like ceramic tile.
Yeah.
But I've been reading and seeing that in Texas, like that is already kind of going. It was like a trend that's kind of going
Yeah.
already. But hardwood floors remains forever.
Yeah, exactly. It's what do they call it? It's timeless.
Mm-hmm.
So like, no, I agree with you there. And when I meant old school, it's timeless. Like,
Yes.
I would love that sound of creaking when you're walking.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's awesome. Like, I think that was so are
He
you gonna
the
have that sound when you're in the second floor?
No,
Like,
because I'm on a slab. Oh, on the second floor. I'm not sure. I'm not
'cause I
sure
love
about the
that
second
noise.
floor.
Then you can
But
hear somebody walking down the hallway.
right. But like on the first floor, it's a slab, and so it's not going to feel that way.
Yeah,
But
well,
he's like, because right now we have engineered hardwood, and so the only way that you can repair any scratches or whatever is if you have to fucking replace it. But hardwood floor, you just sand it down and restain,
Yep.
and the stain never goes out of style. And like because I was like, well, I just want to do the same engineered hardwood throughout, and they were like, they don't make those anymore. It's 8 years old. Every 2 years they discontinue it. You know.
Is this
So I'm
gonna be
gonna
your forever home?
it's not going to be our forever home. Santos hates our house, but we will not be able like we're competing against so many new builds. And like my sister, we went yesterday to talk about a new build. She can get a house just as big as my house for $299,000. They paid $5,000 towards your closing costs, and they have all these upgrades in my neighborhood, like 2 blocks away. So I cannot sell my house unless I do some kind of updates like this. So we're going to redo the hardwood floors. We're going to eventually put in a pool. And then like in 7 to 10 years, we're going to sell it. And I think that we can at least make our money back on it.
Yeah, for sure.
Because right now we can't.
Yeah.
I can't compete with these new builds. I can't.
So that's the problem with that John and I are having is we're trying to figure out how much we want to do on this house because
is this not your forever home?
Yeah, I don't know that it's going to be my forever home because while I love New Mexico and I love the neighborhood and I love this house and the yard and the lot and everything we're doing to it, I just don't know if this is going to be where we're going to stay forever. I don't know. I can't see John and I ever settling down somewhere. Okay. I think we're nomads. I think we're just people that like to travel and move around.
Yeah.
And it's easier when you don't have kids. Like you called us dinks. Like we can do this. We have the luxury of doing that. Right? But like.
Okay, I didn't just call you dinks. Like that's a term. Okay. Everybody calls you dinks.
Yeah, I know. So does John's sister and brother-in-law.
That's what y'all are. Double income, no kids.
Yeah, pretty much. But what I'm saying is like, there's a fine line between like doing up a house the way you want it to be for your specific style and your
Yeah.
liking because this is your forever home, or doing it the smart way and upgrading and remodeling in a way that it's still going to help your resale value because you know you're not going to be there forever.
Oh, I hate that it's so much feedback.
So yeah, I think for right now, what we've done to the backyard, I think anybody could come in and love it. Like it's not
Yeah.
for a specific style of person. Now, would
Right.
people with young kids like my backyard? Probably not because it has a second level and the kid could fall over. You know what I mean? So I
Yeah,
mean,
like small kids, probably not, but
but you could put a gate
grown
at the
kids, you
front
know.
at the stairway, like so that they don't go
You
up.
know what? Like, there's absolutely no way that you can cater your house to every single family scenario. There's just no way.
Yeah, you're right.
So, yeah, so it doesn't matter. Like, my thing is, I feel like unless you're going to sell your house tomorrow, just do your house the way that you want it so that you can enjoy it. And then, whenever, worry about selling it later. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, whenever you want
Yeah,
to sell it, you can do other things. I feel
yeah.
like your house is beautiful. My sister still talks so much about your kitchen. She absolutely loves it.
You
You know what I
guys need
mean?
to,
Like,
I know like
I
COVID's
know.
going on and everything, but you guys need to come visit in
I know.
Albuquerque. We need, you know what? I'm going to tell you straight out. Like, I want to have a trip with you. Like, I'm so jelly that you have your girls' trip all the time and get to do stuff with Laura and all of them. But like, I want to have our trip too. Like,
Where do you want to go? Let's do it.
either you guys come over here and I can host, you know, I love hosting, or we'll
I
go
do know that.
somewhere, and I'll go with you
Okay.
wherever you want. I've been wanting to go
Okay.
to Canada. The problem is that John likes to travel like me too. So like we can't go somewhere where both of us have been wanting to go because then it'll kind of be
That's the problem that I have with the girls that I go on the girls trip with.
because their husbands want
Like,
to go too.
yeah, like we can only go to places, like we can't go to Seattle. I can't go to Seattle without Santos because Santos has been wanting to go to Seattle with me.
John too.
Right. So I can't, so we were thinking of doing like a couples trip to Seattle. So
Let's
if we
do
do
it.
that,
John and I love traveling.
You want to do
Actually,
that?
you know what we want to do? If we go to Seattle, we want to make a trip up to Vancouver.
Yeah, that's what Santos wants to do because
Let's
he was
do
stationed
it.
in Seattle forever and he loved. Yeah, let's do it.
You know
I've been
who
trying
I
to
would
get
want
him.
to come, and I don't know if they're not watching. It's just you and I right now on the Facebook Live. But I would want to invite Asher's and her
Asher's
man.
McKinnington.
Yeah, I haven't seen them in a long time.
I know they live in
Utah. They don't live too far from me.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, let's do. I think a couple trip would be fun, but I also want just our trip without our partners.
I know. We should go to Colorado. Do you want to go to Colorado with me?
I love Colorado. I'll meet you there. Like it's
Okay.
oh my God, loved it.
Let's do it.
Oh,
do you want to?
my uncle's watching. Okay, I'm sorry, Theo. It's because when I look at it, it only has 2 viewers, so I assumed it was me and Cindy because we have it up so that we could watch our comments and answer any questions. But thank you for staying and watching, Theo.
Yay.
Miss you. We need to have my Theo on again. There's so much
I know.
to talk
We
about.
should.
He's like really good
For sure.
conversation starter. But hey, Theo, I know your birthday's coming up. So you need to let me know what your favorite wines are so that I can have Beth send you a package for your birthday.
That'll be cool.
So my uncle turned me on to this, I don't know what to call it. It's
like a wine subscription?
It's not really a subscription because literally it's on demand whenever I want it. I hit her up because she's my sales rep, Beth.
Yeah.
But she learns your palate. So she knows what you like. And over the years, I mean, I've been ordering since 3 years ago. She's learned mine and John's taste. So she'll like send me an email and say, hey, guess what? The rosé you like is in. And then like, believe it or not, like it's hard to get this rosé. So I bought a whole case of it, 12 bottles, which will not even last me the summer. I know it's bad. But like, so my uncle likes it, but it's a little expensive to do. So like I wanted to gift him
like a month. That's cool.
Yeah, for his birthday coming up.
Hey, so we're coming up on the hour and I would like to go outside and like try the slide one more time. Is it okay if we wrap it up and then
No, actually I was about to tell you, we've already been taping for almost an hour. So let's do our ELLAAA of the week and then we'll end it. So
you go first this time.
Yep. So I will do my A of the week. It's very obvious. I want to give the A of the week to all of those that serve and protect our country. Thank you for all of your sacrifice for this country, serving us and making this the land of the free. Because without the brave, we wouldn't be free. So thank you all for your
For sure.
service.
Yay, yeah.
Hey, yeah.
I guess to piggyback off of you, and then since we didn't do like a Father's Day one, I did want to do an AI to my husband because he did serve in the Navy, and
Right.
he is still very proud of that. And so, again, thank you to everybody who has served and has helped us remain our free status. Um, we love you, and AI to y'all.
Yay. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Thank
Don't
you.
forget to subscribe. Don't forget to watch the Hamilton episode on Disney Plus. If you don't have it, I'm
Yes.
sure somebody has it. They'll lend you their password. All right. And
All
we'll
right.
talk about it on the next episode. Till then,
Okay.
see you guys.
Bye.
Bye.